This one is the IMAX cinema at Waterloo Station, and this place is special because that was the first and only time where I've seen a movie that was not Marvel or DC or anything like that. It was a movie with a voiceover of Robert Redford, and it was about the national parks in the US. Here at the BFI, on the other end of this street, we have River Thames, and I quite like this place. Last time in the shop, which I could quite recommend if you're in London to come to visit. So they have a shop, and I bought a huge Alfred Hitchcock poster, and we were going around with that poster. So that's the Oxo Tower, that's the St. Paul. Let me get a bit closer. Cheese grater. And one of those buildings, there's something called the Sky Garden. It's been there for a very, very long time. But the thing is, you cannot just show up, you need to book a place. So it's been years I didn't have a chance to book the place. We are at the Tate Modern, and you can see it's still under construction. There's the walking bridge, and there's the River Thames, barely any water in it. Okay, we're gonna get down there. For some reason I forgot to turn on the light, but that's it. I actually never seen the Thames, the river, this shallow before. I love it, lots of footprints. It's quite dangerous here because, you know, if you go in the dark, there are lots of things sticking out from the mud. And look, now we're getting a little bit closer. That is the Cathedral St. Paul's. Oh my god, my shoes. Let's turn on the light. I don't know which one is better, if we have the light. Look, if we have the light or we don't have the light. My god, never been. My god, I've never done this before. Because the water is usually quite high up there. And I think the reason I'm doing this right now because we already had a beer. It looked like fun. You know what would be fun? If we could find something like a gold coin from the time of the Roman Empire. My battery is on 60%, so that's why I'm so foolish to use the lights. So this is the Millennium Bridge. It's a footbridge, so it's only for people who walk. It's not for vehicles or anything like that. And look at that. This is, let me have a look at the time. This is almost 11 o'clock at night on Friday, and still it's busy. And that's a cool thing in London. You can go anywhere and you have a party. Oh my god, can you hear that? The bells of St. Paul's Cathedral. Up there, that is the Shard, is the tallest building in Europe. Looks like something out of the Lord of the Rings. And probably you don't hear it, but up there are people. I wouldn't even call it people, it's like a crowd, like a proper crowd. And even we were walking all the way from Waterloo. You can look it up at the map, and there is a church there that doesn't function like a church anymore. They basically have lots of rooms in a catacombs as well, so it's underneath of the floor level, and it's basically a school. There are different courses there, and the main rooms, and I was witnessing that before the pandemic, people going there who sing opera, and they do exercise there, you know, trying out their voices, and it's incredible because, you know, other churches they build with an amazing, magnificent acoustic, and it was so amazing to listen to that. Everyone can walk in, and that's great. So this is the church at Waterloo Station, exactly where you get out. When you get out, you see a church which is not a church anymore, and you can walk in at any time. There's always something going on there. And today, because it's Friday, probably that's why, something else was going on there. And probably you're familiar with, if you were in New York, in Union Square, people, before this church, people were playing very loud music, and there were like 10 to maybe 15 chess boards, and they playing chess, about 30 people sitting there and just playing chess and blasting a very loud hip-hop music, and it was so great to see. So this is Friday in the mid-August, and there are lots of people still out here 11 o'clock at night. And what's new here, because I'm coming here quite often, two things that I would point out: that the water level, what you see here, it's never ever been At least to my knowledge, I've never seen this shallow. Oops, I'm gonna fall here. So I never seen this shallow. So basically, I never come so deep to the waterbed before. The news, I woke up today to the news that in whole England it's never been so dry. I think the last time they experienced this kind of weather, it was in 1976. Because basically like 3-4 months we didn't have a rain. Not even for a single minute. So that's one thing, that the water is very low. Other thing, you see the Millennium Bridge, which is, I believe, in a top 5 attractions. If you look up London, you see the light. Look at that. It's like a wave. They're playing with the lights. I never seen that before. This is pretty cool. And the other thing I want to mention is, look up, that is the Tate Modern. If you see the last Mission Impossible movie with Tom Cruise, he is running up to that one. And right now this is 11 o'clock on Friday night, and still the building is full of people. Look at that. I don't want to zoom in because, you know, they deserve some privacy. But believe me, it's full of people and the light is on in the building, and oh my god, I really want to be with them. Be right there. Okay, I'm going to switch it off because we don't have a good quality here, picture quality. But I was looking at the stones because I wanted to take home like 2 of them for, you know, it would look good on my shelf, on my bookshelf. But all of them are quite big, you know, not easy to transport. And probably my bookshelf would collapse underneath. Okay, now we're going, let's have one more beer. Look at these wonderful trees, and I really like it that it's closing. You know, if you look it up, you have like a green roof above your head, and I really love it that the way how they put the lighting. It's really magical to walk through it, but the problem is that it's extremely difficult to make a good picture, make a good video. But in real life it looks really good. And right now we're gonna have a problem because let me have a look at the time. It's almost midnight, so well, if we stay, then we should go out and drink one more beer, and if we don't want to do that, we need to head home. I think this is what we're gonna do. And maybe next time my next investment will be a better camera with a better lens and all that, so I can take a good picture for you here, because the guys who designed it, the guys who, you know, put all these trees here, you know, all the hard work should pay off, you know. It should look good, really, really good on a video. And look, there's a chair here. Someone put a chair in there. And this one, I never showed it to you at night, but this is the Globe, Shakespeare's Theatre. It's not the original location. The original one, you can see it if you go to Liverpool Street Station. Look, they play Julius Caesar. And there's a quote here: "I would not wish any companion in the world but you." And it's from The Tempest. Let's go closer. There's the entrance, and this is a pub and restaurant called The Swan. And a couple of years ago I had a company Christmas party here. I absolutely don't remember it. But I remember that I got home with wings, with a quiet big wings on my back. I don't know.